All right, back for part two. So we've got a story problem. Let's see if we can make some sense of this. It says Mr. York is an insurance salesman that is paid $375 per week with a commission of 4% on all insurance policies he sells. So it's kind of like this. If he's a terrible salesman, they're gonna pay him $375 if he just shows up for work every day. He gets 4% of all sales. So if he sells $100 worth of insurance, he gets $4 of that sale. Make sense? How much insurance must he sell in order to earn enough to support his family of four? Which we're saying is a minimum of $800 per week. So, yeah, it's a bare bones budget right now. Well, think about it like this, okay? He wants to get at least $800. We're just going to think in terms of, let's see how much insurance he must sell to equal $800, okay? He starts with $375, and we're only adding to that, okay? So, $375 plus 4% of, and here's the thing, I'm going to use a variable right now. I'm going to say 4% of X. And I'm going to define X as equaling how much insurance he must sell. X represents how much insurance he must sell. And here's kind of the tricky part that a lot of times will trip up students. The right-hand side is in terms of dollars. The 375 is in terms of dollars. I have to take dollars plus dollars to get dollars, okay? So the X doesn't represent the number of insurance policies. It actually represents the amount of money he's selling of the insurance policies. So what we're going to do here is in parentheses put in dollars, just to remind ourselves that, hey, that X does not represent the number of insurance policies. It represents the amount of money he's making from the insurance policies sold. So now I'm going to ditch the dollar signs. I'm just going to say this is 375 plus, and now I've got two options to represent 4% of X. 4% X is the same as 4 divided by 100 times X, because that's what we're saying. We're saying per 100, he's getting 4 parts, okay? Which actually reduces down to 2 over 25. So we could go that route with it. For those of you who have fraction phobia, there is an alternate approach. You could also say that this is going to be 4 divided by 100. 4 divided by a power of 10 means move the decimal place twice to the left. That's 0.04x. So these are your two options for dealing with 4% of x. In this one, I'm just going to show you how to deal with the decimal. Maybe on the next one, if it comes up, I'll deal with the fraction. So it's just 0.04x represents 4% of x. And here's the deal. Once you find your equation, it's just a matter of solving it the same way you did the first 6 lessons that we did. So I'm going to subtract 375 from both sides. That gives me 0.04x equals, let's see, 800 minus 500 is, or 800 minus 300 is 500. Take away 75 more. It's 425. At this point, I can divide by 0.04. And using your knowledge of what to do when you're dividing by decimals, I can multiply both the top and the bottom by 100, because the decimal place is 2 spots to the left. If I multiply this by 100 and this by 100, then I can call this 425 with 2 zeros after it. Okay, times 100 means put 2 more zeros, divided by 4. All right, so I can take this, move off to the side, actually do that calculation. Four goes into 4 one time, multiply. Subtract, drop the 2. 4 goes into 2 0 times. So then I got to keep working with that 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Drop the 5. Can you guys still see what's going on down there? Yeah, you can. 4 goes into 25 6 times. And then we got 24 here with a 0. 4 goes into 10 twice, times 8. And it ends up being a 5 at the end. So, he must sell $10,625 worth of insurance in order to actually get the $800 per week. So X equals $10,625 in insurance. I feel like that's kind of excessive for this guy. Maybe he should look to get a new job. But that's his problem. Okay, so there's number 4. Let's talk about number 5 now. All right, so in an alternate reality, I work as a chauffeur for the upper middle class of Anchor, right? However, for every traffic violation I get, the people are taking away $85 from my budget, okay? Now, I need at least $930 to survive, so this isn't just a weird problem as figuring out, like, how many traffic violations can I incur every single month before I drop below the $930 line. So this is different because what I'm doing now is I'm saying, I need to equal at least $930. Again, I'm just going for the equal sign at this point. I'm not going to deal with greater than or less than signs at this point. I start with $1,950. Okay? That's my starting point. So they're taking away, they're not adding 2, they're taking away $85 for every single traffic violation that I get on my watch. So what I'm going to do is say, I'm going to let 85 be multiplied by every traffic violation. So I'm going to define X as the number of traffic violations and then solve from there. Yeah, so starting point, take away sort of like the rate that X is being taken away. And then this is my ultimate goal. I need $930. So I can subtract, you know what? I can actually, if it's subtraction, I can take away the 930 here. Because it seems like this is better stacked than if I put the 1950 over there. So this is 0 now. And then I'm going to move the 85x to the other side. Okay? That's kind of a different way of solving an equation. So you've got 1,950 minus 930. That's just going to be 1,020 is equal to 85x. All right, divide by 85. Now I noticed that they both end in a 0 and a 5, which means they're divisible by 5. But since it's such a big number, perhaps just doing the division off to the side is a better use of my time. So I'm just going to do that. 1,020 divided by 85. 85 doesn't go into 110, so I got to go to the 102. It goes in there one time. Multiply, you get 85. Subtract the 2. The difference is going to be 17. Drop the 0. 85 goes into 170 exactly twice. So we found our answer. If x equals 12, that means I can get up to 12 parking violations or traffic violations. So 12 traffic violations. And I still get $930 per month. All right, hopefully these two videos were helpful to you guys. Thanks for watching.